Hi, my name is Pammy and my mission is to see you succeed. Today I'm going to shed some light on one of the most asked about questions in self-development. What is your life purpose? What is your passion? And what are you meant to do with the rest of your life? What is your life purpose? What is your passion? Now, I want to start by resetting the expectations and busting some myths. Some of the most popular myths when it comes to finding your life purpose are that a coach will find your purpose for you. It's just honestly not going to happen. You are the only one that can conduct the life that you want to live in the way that you want to live it. Nobody else can do it for you. They can help guide you and they can help you point out the right direction and clear your ideas, but it needs to come from within you. It needs to be something that you love doing, that makes you happy, and that is aligned with your values as an individual. We're all different, so we can't make decisions for other people, right? You need to be able to really refine your ability to be in tune with what makes you happy and what you desire so that you can do that for yourself. And that's what we're gonna do here today. So stick all the way until the end of the video if you want to find out exactly how to do that with some simple step-by-step exercises. Another myth that is very common is that you have to have it all figured out by a certain age. You don't have to have it all figured out by a certain age. You could be right out of college, right out of high school, or after your entire career and you're about to retire, to start your dreams, to pursue your passion. You don't have a hurry. You don't have anybody chasing you. You just have to do it as soon as you realize what it is and as soon as you realize that you do have the ability and the strength to pursue what you want to pursue. You don't want to make life purpose itself a problem by overanalyzing and freezing and not doing absolutely anything until you find that one answer that you're going to stick with for the rest of your life, because it's just counterproductive and you're going to miss out on a bunch of opportunities that might lead you to find what your life purpose is. Do whatever feels right now, that is aligned with your values, that makes you happy, that makes you laugh and makes you enjoy each moment in life, and follow that direction, because more than likely it's going to lead you in the right path. Now, I'm not talking about just chilling and spending money shopping all day. I'm talking about something that's a contribution to society or to a particular problem that someone is facing, or maybe you stand with the same mission as a company that is in your location. Do something that somewhat contributes, but that is taking action towards the right directions. The person that you are today is not going to be the same person that you're going to be 5, 10, 20 years from today, right? You're going to progress, you're going to grow into some better version of yourself, and therefore your opinion can change and your life purpose is going to change, and whatever you can contribute to society is going to change. So don't make the mistake to just not do anything at all just because you feel like you only get one chance. You don't. You get multiple chances. You can change your mind. Nobody is keeping tabs. You only have one life. It's so short. You don't want to waste it on other people's opinions, honestly. So sometimes we need to do things as a means to an end. That doesn't mean that we can't be happy doing it. So you want to start by trying to pick something that makes you happy and it is as aligned as possible with your values. And another thing, it's never too late. If you deserve to be happy, okay? There's not many ways around it. Not enough people tell you this, and the people that tell you is like, oh, YOLO. Like, you deserve happiness. Not because you're the best human being or because you've done crazy stuff that's going to solve world hunger. It's because you are alive, you are part of this universe, you are connected to all of the other people in here, and if you're not happy, that's not going to help anybody. That's not going to help anybody around you. That's not going to help anybody in society. You deserve happiness just by being alive, just by being yourself. We're all different. We all come from different backgrounds. We've all had different experiences, so we can all contribute to society in different and unique ways. We need people like you because there's nobody else like you. So just know that, because I know not enough people say that and say it genuinely. So I want you to know that there are people out there that want you to contribute and that want to know other people's perspective, opinions, experiences, and different ways, because whatever might come easy to me might not come easy to you, and vice versa. Some things that you might be great at, I might completely suck at it and I really need your help on. So just know you're an integral part of our community and that you belong no matter where you're at. I've felt like I didn't belong anywhere I went. I am from Italy and I've been living in the United States since 2009. So it's been about 10 years and I feel like I didn't belong here. I feel like I didn't belong there anymore. I didn't know what part I was. So just know that everybody is going through the same struggles. If you don't feel like you belong, if you don't feel like you have as many friends as you want to have, if you don't feel like you have anything to contribute to this world, just know that you do. There are other people that feel the same way that you feel out there. So make sure you share your experiences, help other people, and by doing that, you're going to help yourself in the process as well. I just want to make sure that you are here for the right reason and that this video is going to be extremely helpful for you. So if you're now currently aligned with your life purpose, mission, values, passion, whatever you want to call it, right? You're going to probably be experiencing some of the things in line with waking up in the morning stressed out already, that you don't have the energy to do your daily tasks. And as a matter of fact, you don't even have the energy whenever you put so much effort into something that is not meant for you. You most of the time don't even have the energy to enjoy your family, to enjoy your friends, to go out during the weekend doing things that you actually would enjoy if you didn't waste every moment and every particle of your energy that you have to try to do something that you're not good at to begin with, right? And that is not aligned with your value, that goes against you. So you might feel unfulfilled, you might feel confused, not passionate at all, burnt out, overall drained and exhausted, and surrounded by people that are not like-minded, feeling like you don't belong, that completely take away every ounce of energy that you have. Trust me, I've been there. You can get out of it. It's just going to be a little bit hard. But we're gonna go ahead and do some step-by-step exercises today. So I want you to really take out your pen and paper and not only listen to this video, but pause it, do whatever you gotta do, come back to it whenever you have more time, but do the exercises. Because if you don't do the exercises, then I haven't brought you any value. I haven't helped you, because you need to be able to be more in tune with your happiness. Know that you finding happiness doesn't make you selfish. We grew up as children, as toddlers, knowing exactly what we wanted, and going for it, right? We were hungry, we cried, we got food, we wanted a toy, we went without giving ourselves an option for failure, and we got it. We always got what we wanted. And what I'm saying is, not that you need to get everything you want, because obviously as an adult it's just unrealistic, but growing up with people constantly, and people like teachers, parents, society as a whole, friends, whoever, it's like, everything comes easy to you. You need to hear no sometimes. Stop being selfish. What makes you so special? Why do you get it and she doesn't? Or whatever, you know? We always criticize and we always point fingers, always try to make our situations worse than other people's without even knowing the situation that they're in. And it comes to a point where it's like, I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to be the bad guy. So I just become numb to everything that makes me happy, to even knowing what I want. And that is what happened to me about a year. Actually, it's been going on for over than a year, but a year ago I realized, like, hey, gotta do something about it. Let's get started on some self-development books and research so that you can be more in tune with what makes you happy, right? I didn't want to live the rest of my life feeling like, oh, poor me, right? So I took some action, and that's what I want you to do too. First, I want to talk to you about 2 TED Talks that I've seen because they're easily accessible, and you probably have already seen them if you've already been doing your research about these things. So one of the TED Talks is by Adam Leipzig. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, my bad. But what he thinks is that you can find your life purpose in 5 easy steps, right? You can ask yourself 5 questions. What do you love to do? What are you able to teach others? What do you do? Who do you do it for? What do they want or need? And how have they changed as a result? And based on these 5 answers, you should have found your life purpose or mission. Now, I didn't feel like it applied to me just because what I was doing was a means to an end and I just needed to support myself and pay the bills. Same with another TED Talk by Terry Trespicio, which I love the way that she puts it. But then again, she believes that you should find whatever feels good right now or whatever feels right now. And there is no need to pick a life purpose because anyways, your life purpose is going to change eventually. And it's true, you know, like you grow, you progress. So obviously you're not going to be the same person that you are today. So that makes sense. And she believes that passions develop, that it's senseless to get anxious and overanalyze the situation, which I agree with. That we change our mind multitude of times throughout the years and that we're more than likely going to change our mind again. So we should just do something and that passion will come eventually as we're doing it. Now, I really hope that you're passionate about whatever you're doing or that it feels right and passion will come with it from you. But to be sincere, based on my experiences, whatever I was doing, passion just wasn't gonna come. It just wasn't. It was a means to an end. I did it for money. I did it because I supported myself. And that's all. It was gonna end it there. I wasn't challenged enough. I felt like I have so much more to contribute to the world that wasn't gonna make me happy at the end. But if you're here and you're looking up on Google, on YouTube, how to find your passion, how to find your life purpose, more than likely is because it is not aligned with whatever you're doing, right? So I feel like I don't want to leave it at that and not give you any value because you're looking for a step-by-step method on how to get a step closer to achieving your happiness. And I don't blame you. So many people are just not happy nowadays. And it's the way that we grew up. If you're still here with me, you're probably ready to take action and see some change for the better in your life. So I created this easy guide for you to make your process easier than mine was. Make sure you get your copy of free gift to you. Get your free guide to find your purpose and complete these simple steps to get some clarity. And by the way, are you liking this video so far? Make sure you give it a thumbs up or down. I'd just love to know. I want to make sure you realize that everybody's opinion, everybody's fears and reactions to whatever situation is based on them as people, based on the experience that they lived through. And you don't need to absorb everybody else's fears, everybody else's situations. You have had your own fears, your own situations. Me and my mom, for example, are completely different. My mom had different struggles in her life than I did. So she's really fearful on things that to me, I feel like I could figure it out pretty easily. And I'm fearful of things that she's like, you're being dramatic. Another thing that I wanted to point out is make sure to not let the mistakes that you've made in the past, or not even mistakes, but things that are in aligned with what is going to make you happy, stop you because you put so much effort and time and energy into it that you feel like you can't take it back to where you started. You can't take it back to where you started. It is going to be hard. Obviously, it's going to be hard because nothing good comes easy. If not, everybody would be happy, right? So you need to take the steps to get a step closer to what is going to make you happy. And continuing to do something that hasn't worked for you is not going to help you any. If anything, you're just digging yourself even deeper, because guess what's going to happen a few years from today? Same thing that you're doing today. You can expect something different if you're continuing to do the same thing, right? So I want you to start by asking yourself some smart questions. And what I mean by smart questions is try to steer clear of all of the very broad questions like, what was I put into this earth to do? What is my life purpose? What is the why behind everything that I do? You don't want to try to analyze yourself that much unless you're really in tune with your purpose to begin with, because it's just going to overwhelm you and it's going to make it so crazy for you to answer. So I want you to try to replace those questions with something that is easier to answer and that is easier to identify. For example, what was your passion whenever you were a child? Whenever you were a kid, you know how time could just fly by, and even as an adult, you know how you can be doing something that you love and time just flies by. You forget to eat, you forget to sleep, you forget all of the tasks that you had to do during the day. So you want to go ahead and identify the main, say, 3 passions that you have. We're humans, we have different interests. I understand the whole niching down movement that there is in the last year, but I have more than one interest, so I need to scale it down to something that's a little bit more realistic. But there always is those 1 or 2 things that you did as a child that you kept on insisting on doing because you were just so happy doing it. And then ask yourself, what is the struggle or the hurdle that you're willing to put up with, endure, and what you're willing to sacrifice in order to get or achieve this dream of yours, this passion of yours. Because honestly, let's be realistic. If you want to be an entrepreneur, right? And you want to have your own business and you don't want to be told what to do or whatever the case might be, but you're not willing to take risk, you're not willing to take the initiative to learn things by yourself, to try to problem solve, to spend money, to not get a consistent check, so on, right? There's so many. Then probably entrepreneurship is just not for you. But if you cannot stand being unchallenged, bored, having other people telling you what to do, not have any really room for growth unless, or having even your future in someone else's hand, then maybe corporate isn't for you. And this is just an example, but you need to be able to realize that not everything is going to go peachy, that there is always going to be that one struggle that you're going to have to put up with. So try to identify what it is and if you're willing to go through it, because that's a huge part on whether you're going to be successful or not. So let's start with some of the exercises from my very favorite book so far, which is by Jack Canfield. It's called The Success Principles. And I believe the idea, he actually got it from another author, which is called Arnold Payton. And I believe he's the author of the book, The Journey. I haven't read The Journey, I've read The Success Principle. So I'm just gonna go off of that because I think that's going to help you, since that's what's helped me, right? You need to forgive yourself for the past and accept your new you, but mainly you need to take responsibility, 100% responsibility for everything that's ever happened to you. No excuses, no complaints. That is the main gist of how you're going to achieve anything in life. You need to take control of your life and you need to take charge of your life. So you need to teach your subconscious that there is a cost associated with complaints and with excuses. So he suggests that you do an exercise to where you put $2 or say a certain amount of dollars inside a jar, not to punish yourself, but to let your subconscious know that every time you complain, every time that you do like an excuse, you give an excuse, there is a cost associated with it. What is a job that you love so much that you would do it for free, but that you could get paid for? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to experience? What the success looks like to you? We each have an identification of success that's relative to us. What might seem successful to me might be different than what is successful to you. So some people might think success is finding a family or having better social skills or contributing to society in a non-profit manner. Other people believe that financial freedom is what is successful, that being wealthy or that being famous, whatever it is. You get my point. Like, there's a lot of different opinions whenever it comes to what is successful, what is success. So identify that first, because if you don't know what it is you're chasing, you're going to be chasing around and just end up confused, really. This could sound anything like to inspire people through, to empower people to live their dream through facilitate people through and fill in the blank. Remember, you need to be as specific as possible, because if you don't know how to define it, you probably won't achieve it. Remember that vague answers provide vague results. So be as specific as possible. So exercise number 1, you want to, 1, make a list of the times that you felt most joyful and alive. And 2, can you figure out a way of making a living doing these things? Make sure you write it down. All right. So second exercise is the life purpose exercise by Arnold, the author of The Journey. 1, list 2 of your unique personal qualities, such as enthusiasm and creativity. 2, list 1 or 2 ways you enjoy expressing those qualities with others, such as to support or to inspire. 3, assume the world is perfect right now. What does it look like? What does it feel like? How are people interacting with one another? Make sure you write your answer in a full sentence and be as specific as possible. Step number 4, summarize all of the 3 steps above in 1 sentence. This might sound like something like, I want to empower people to start their own business and help them along their journey to create, promote, and achieve their goals. I think it is important to follow our dreams and believe in ourselves to create more opportunities for a better world that doesn't just run on money. Did you do the exercises? Good. All right, so now that you know how to define what makes you happy and what is your purpose and passion, are you decided on whether you prefer to land a 9-to-5 job in the corporate world or whether you prefer entrepreneurship? Remember how earlier in the video I gave you some very valid points on what are the things that you should consider when making this type of decision? Subscribe and hit the notification bell below, because in the next video I'm gonna give you all of the pros and cons that you need to know and that you absolutely need to consider before making a decision like that. This could save you huge headaches in the future. So make sure you don't miss it and stay tuned. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the video today. I hope that it helped you. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and I'll see you next time. Bye.